Hey everybody, Dave Laird here with DCS, and I'm here with another short clip. This time I'm going to talk a little bit about your draw stroke. So when you're first learning your draw stroke, I recommend doing it without concealment. Okay, concealment and stuff we'll get into later on down the road, but practice from open carry position, whether it's an outside the waistband or inside the waistband holster, however you normally carry, whether it's 4 o'clock. We'll do a separate video on appendix carry. This is something that you really want to master and practice at home, and you want to get really good at, because most classes require that you are already holster qualified and that you are safe getting in and out of the holster. And most instructors don't care if you take 10 minutes getting out of the holster. And I'm exaggerating a little bit. If you take a long time getting out of the holster, it doesn't bother me in my class. I'm more interested in knowing where that muzzle is and where your trigger finger is. Those are the two most important things. Being safe when you're on the firing line, especially with other students around you, is super key. So this is something that you should deliberately practice quite a bit. So with that being said, let's talk a little bit about it, right? So we want to make sure that we're in our good shooting stance, that we're have something possibly to aim at. And if we want to get faster at this, we need to be very deliberate with the first few steps, okay? So where we start first is just the grab, okay? So notice both hands are moving simultaneously. This will be important that we get used to this motion, because later on this will remove your garment while this one goes for the firearm. So we just want to already get into this. It's also important that we get this hand up and out of the way during our draw stroke so that we never muzzle our hand, okay? So I personally have a really high draw stroke. Other folks draw straight from down here. That's not as important. We just want to practice the grab. So both hands moving and practice that we get a good grab, okay? Until we can't get it wrong. And you notice that I'm putting my thumb on top of my slide because I'm inside the waistband. Outside the waistband, my thumb would go down behind it. You'll also notice my body mechanics, okay? So right now I really don't have a good grip on the firearm. My palm is not all the way down the back strap. If I want to get my palm, I have to cant my body in order for the body to line up. My elbow is kicking out, okay? And so when I get the elbow straight in line, now I can get all the way down the back strap. So that's something else to think about, is in relation to your own body mechanics. And for those of us that are a little wider, it may not be easy to get a perfect grip, but this is where the perfect grip has to happen. That's one of the reasons why I choose to carry appendix. It's a little easier for me, less tilting involved. So we have to get that perfect grip out of the holster from the very start. So what that looks like for somebody my size is I'm going to do the tilt with the gun. Once I get that good grab, we want to break clean out of the holster. Notice that the firearm is actually touching my body. That's because I want to know where the firearm is in relation to me. If it's out here dangling around, then that muzzle can be going in any direction. I don't really have control of the muzzle, but by keeping it in line with my body, I know where that muzzle is located. So then the rotation happens more easily, and I also know now that that muzzle is pointed directly straight at my target, because all I'm doing is dropping my elbow basically, okay? So once we cleared the holster, we drop the elbow. That's the third step. The next part is sliding those fingers underneath the trigger guard, and as we press out, we begin to build our grip. So you notice the grip doesn't happen right here. That's really ugly and it's not comfortable. It just starts right here. As I press out and get to the final position, that is when that hand comes into contact with the firearm, okay? And so we're going to practice all those nice and slow, and then we're going to try and build up speed. And I'm only going to use numbers for reference. It's good to practice this in seconds. So a 5-second draw, then reduce it to 4 seconds, and then 3 seconds to 1, until you get faster at it. But every step has to be perfect. If I burn it or mess it up, I'm going to stop what I'm doing, reset, start over again, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And again, going back into the holster, always look it into the holster. The worst thing in the world is you get that gun out really fast and you take somebody down and then you shoot yourself putting it away. So take your time. You get all the time in the world to reholster it. The words I like to use in class is reluctantly reholster, okay? So out fast, back slow, here we go. All right, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, bang. Okay, and then again, reluctantly reholster. 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, bang. Okay? And I probably went a little fast on that one. 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, bang. I definitely went fast on that. I just always want to speed things up. All right. 1,000, 2,000, bang. And my draw stroke's about a 1.5 right now. So 1,000, bang. 1,000, bang. 1,000, bang. All right. So repetitive practice, slow, deliberate, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay. And that's about probably 1.2 on the draw. If I change where this is located to the front of my body, more appendix style, then we can go a whole lot faster. And I'll talk about that in another video. Okay? And I'll tell you why it's a little bit faster. Okay, so we'll talk about appendix carry in the next video. Dave Laird here with DCS. Thanks for watching.